The leak hit the internet like an earthquake, sudden, violent, and impossible to ignore. It started with a single post on a fan forum, uploaded by an anonymous user with no profile picture and an account created only minutes earlier. The caption read, "You all deserve to know the truth. This is the real Sam and Caitríona." Attached was a file labeled simply, "Proof." Within seconds, thousands of fans clicked the download button, completely unaware they were about to witness the most explosive moment in the history of the Outlander fandom. The file contained a short video clip, shaky but clear enough to reveal everything. Sam and Caitríona were standing together in a dimly lit hallway behind the set. No camera crew, no director, no acting marks on the floor. They weren't rehearsing a scene. They weren't in costume. They were simply together. And what happened next sent shockwaves through every viewer's chest. Sam reached out first, brushing a piece of hair from Caitríona's face in the gentlest motion imaginable. She laughed softly, an unfiltered, unguarded laugh that fans had never seen outside intimate behind-the-scenes moments. Then she leaned into his touch for the briefest second, closing her eyes like she was savoring the warmth of a connection that shouldn't have been caught on camera. There was no script for this moment, no fictional characters to hide behind. It looked, and felt, real. Within minutes, the clip spread across social media like wildfire. Twitter exploded with reactions, half in disbelief, half in triumphant, "I told you so" energy. Fan pages began analyzing every pixel, slowing the clip down frame by frame as if decoding evidence in a criminal investigation. Some insisted the pair were merely comforting each other after an emotional scene. Others argued the emotion in their body language was far too intimate to be explained away by acting. The debate grew more heated with every passing hour. Then came the screenshot, the one that pushed the fandom into full meltdown. A still frame from the video showed Sam looking at Caitríona with an expression so tender it almost didn't seem real. His eyes softened, his lips parted slightly, and for a moment, the entire world seemed to shrink into the space between them. Caitríona's hand rested on his chest, fingers gripping lightly as if anchoring herself. The chemistry, the closeness, the tension, it all pointed towards something deeper than a working relationship. Entertainment sites rushed to publish articles analyzing the leak. Headlines screamed, "Unseen intimacy. Is this acting or real emotion? Sam Caitríona caught in private moment." Industry insiders joined the conversation, with one former crew member hinting that what the world saw was nothing compared to the real energy between them behind the scenes. That single comment blew the speculation wide open. Fans who had followed the pair for years remembered the rumors that circulated during the early seasons of Outlander. The eye contact too charged, the embraces too tight, the interview moments that seemed to blur the lines between fictional romance and real emotion. For many, the leak wasn't a shock at all, it was confirmation. The missing puzzle piece, the one moment that proved everything they had always suspected. But there were others, those who questioned the authenticity of the clip. Some argued it could have been edited or taken out of context. Others suggested it was merely two close colleagues sharing a vulnerable moment. Yet even among the skeptics, there was an undeniable tremor. The video felt too raw, too intimate, too honest. If it was acting, then it was the most convincing acting either of them had ever done. Things escalated further when a crew member, posting anonymously to protect their job, entered the conversation with a chilling message. "What you saw is real. But it's not even the most intense moment between them. There's more." That comment alone sent the fandom spiraling into chaos. People began speculating about private dinners, late-night rehearsals, secret vacations, and countless moments never shown to the public. As the clip continued circulating, fans noticed a final detail that many missed during the initial frenzy. In the background of the video, a faint voice could be heard, someone from the crew saying quietly, "Should we be filming this?" It proved one thing. The moment was not staged. It wasn't part of production. It was an accident, one the studio had never intended to see daylight. What started as a small leak had now turned into a storm of global speculation. The world wanted answers. The fandom demanded truth. And as more insiders stepped forward hinting that this was just the beginning, one chilling thought echoed across social media. If this was the first leak, what else had remained hidden all these years? The studio went into emergency mode the moment the leak gained global attention. Meetings were called in the middle of the night. Emails marked urgent flew across the desks of executives, PR managers, and legal teams. But the panic wasn't only inside the studio. Phone calls buzzed between actors, crew members, and producers, each trying to figure out who filmed the clip, who leaked it, and why now. Yet underneath the chaos, one truth lingered. The video was real, and everyone on the inside knew it. Crew members began whispering amongst themselves, terrified that more footage might surface. The person who accidentally captured the moment had never intended for the world to see it. It was recorded by a roaming behind-the-scenes cameraman who was testing audio levels at the wrong time, and caught a moment no one should have witnessed. When the raw files were sent to a shared drive, someone with access had seized the opportunity. And that someone, according to an anonymous producer, knew exactly what they were doing. Meanwhile, social media was spiraling. Fans demanded answers. News networks debated whether the leak blurred the boundaries of privacy or proved something deeper between Sam and Caitríona. Entire threads analyzed their body language, comparing the leaked clip to years of interviews and behind-the-scenes footage. Some noticed the way Caitríona always leaned towards Sam without realizing it. Others pointed out how Sam instinctively softened whenever she spoke. Together, these clues painted a picture that seemed impossible to deny. Then, out of nowhere, another bombshell dropped. A new post surfaced from a verified crew member, someone who had been with the production for multiple seasons. They didn't upload a video, but their words alone set the internet ablaze. If you think the hallway clip is the only proof of their special bond, you haven't seen what happens after hours. The message triggered a wave of frenzy. Fans raced to interpret what "after hours" meant. Late-night rehearsals? Private conversations? Moments without cameras or crew? The speculation became uncontrollable. Comment sections flooded with theories, some wild, some heartbreakingly convincing. Within the studio, tension grew heavier. One assistant editor claimed there were several clips, moments cut from behind-the-scenes material, where Sam and Caitríona showed a closeness the studio deemed too personal to be published. These clips had been quietly locked away, never intended to be shared. But now everyone feared those files were no longer secure. As panic spread, another insider stepped forward, telling a journalist off record that the relationship between Sam and Caitríona had always been different. They described moments during early seasons when their chemistry felt so genuine that even seasoned directors questioned whether the two were simply acting. One particular anecdote stood out. A moment during a rehearsal when Sam ad-libbed a line not in the script, and Caitríona responded with tears that were very clearly not part of her character. According to the insider, that was when the crew first realized their connection went beyond scenes and scripts. The leak had cracked open something the studio couldn't control anymore. But the biggest shock was still to come. Hours after the insider stories went viral, someone leaked an audio clip. It was short, only 9 seconds, but powerful enough to ignite the fandom again. The clip captured Sam's voice, quiet and strained, saying, "We can't keep hiding like this." A heartbeat later, Caitríona's trembling whisper responded, "I know, but what choice do we have?" The internet exploded. Debates erupted instantly. Some insisted the audio was real, others claimed it was edited. But professional sound engineers who analyzed it pointed out that the background noise matched the environment of the original leaked video, meaning the audio likely came from the same moment. The studio issued a generic statement insisting the audio was taken out of context. But no one believed it. Not after everything that had already surfaced. Not after years of subtle gestures, emotional interviews, and the undeniable electricity between Sam and Caitríona every time they stood in the same room. Then came the final twist, one that changed everything. A longtime crew member, fed up with the misinformation and the studio's attempt to bury the truth, made a statement anonymously through a trusted entertainment outlet. Their words were clear, emotional, and brutal in their honesty. Their relationship has always been special. Not inappropriate, not scandalous, but deeper than friendship and more complex than anything fans have guessed. They protect each other. They confide in each other. They love each other in a way neither has ever fully admitted publicly. The leak didn't expose a scandal, it exposed the truth. By the time the sun rose the next morning, the internet was still burning with questions, emotions, and theories. But one thing had become undeniable to millions around the world. Whatever Sam Heughan and Caitriona Balfe shared was never just acting.